Okay, I'm going to show you how to plug your tire. Alright, the other day I was driving and I noticed I have a screw in my tire. Or nail, I'm not sure at this point. But the first thing I did was I saw the screw and then I locate where my valve stem. Okay, now this gave me the location when I was ready to do the patch or plug, that I would easily be able to find the screw rather than running back and forth looking for it. So I noticed it was close to the valve stem. I'm able to locate it right away. Alright, the reason I'm showing you this is that you used to be able to pay $10 to have your tire plugged. Now they're going up to $15 and $20. Alright, that seems to be quite excessive for a job that you can do yourself. Very simple, especially when you can buy a kit online that has everything for $30. It gives you a pair of pliers. This is to ream out the hole, and I'll explain that to you. This is for the plug itself that you'll put into the tire. And this is a lube that'll help you get the stems into the tire easily. Okay, now this kit also gives you the Allen wrenches for your devices. It gives you additional valve covers, 3 different styles, a tool to take out the valve stem, and 4 valve stems. You're not normally going to need to use these things, but it's in the kit for 30 bucks. If you went and got your tire plugged once, almost pays for this. Okay, and it gives you also another valve stem remover. Okay, you have one in the kit here, but it also gives you a bigger one. Okay, well, let's get started. The first thing you want to do is then locate the screw, which I have done. Now I'm going to make it easier to be able to work on this. Okay, what I've done is I've just turned the wheel, so now the screw is facing me and I don't have to pull the tire. I can easily do this while it's on the vehicle. Alright, so now what you do first is you want to prepare everything before you pull the screw. Okay, now I have this device that I'm going to put into the hole once I remove the screw, and you'll see that it has, like, it's twisted. So you're going to plunge that into the tire, into the hole, and you're going to turn it. What happens is when you're turning this, it has steel belts in the tire, and it rotates those steel belts so that they're not pointing out and ruin the plug that you're going to put in. Okay, it doesn't help to keep the plug. After a little while of driving, it'll cut the plug and the plug will come out. So this is very important to put in and turn and turn and turn and turn till you feel it, that it has made those wires inside the tire all bent and are smooth enough to put the plug in. Alright, so I get my tool ready, because as soon as I pull the plug, I don't want a lot of air to come out. I put a little bit of lube on the end to make it easier to push it into the tire, because even though you have a hole, it's not as big as this, and this is what you need to be able to put the plug in. You also want to have a jump box or something like this that has an air pump in it. It's very well to have this in your vehicle. You never know if you need a jump, or you know somebody else needs a jump. You don't have to do it all for your vehicle. You do it with this. They work very well, and it's also a pump. So if you do have to repair your tire, then you use the pump to pump the air pressure back up to the desired one that you will have checked either on your tire or on your door. Okay? Alright, and you also need the pliers that come with the kit if you elect to buy that kit. Alright, let's go ahead and pull this. Well, again, it's a small screw. It never penetrated, so I'm not going to puncture the tire. Had it been longer, I would have had to puncture the tire with this, plunge it in, turn it, turn it, turn it, to be able to move the wires inside the tire. These are steel belted tires, and most of all your tires today have the steel belts in them. You have to ream them out. You ream them so that they get smooth. Then when that happens, okay, once you pull the screw out, even if it's small, you should check it. I just put regular dish detergent with water in here, shake it up, and spray. See, it's not bubbling. If it was bubbling, then I would have to make the hole bigger and I would have to plug it. But you want to check it. A little dish soap with some water works great. If you have a leak and you can't seem to find it, okay, and you can't find any screws or anything like that, you can use this method elsewhere. Check all around your tire. If you can't find any air bubbles, then go first to your valve stem. Spray in there. See if you see any bubbles coming out. If you do, it's your valve stem. You could buy a kit to do that, or you may have to go to the tire store. Okay, the other place, when you have alloy rims, they tend to separate or corrode between the tire and the rim. So spray inside there. See if you see air bubbles. You're then going to have to move backwards or forwards to do the rest of the tire. Okay, if that's the case, you have to take it to a shop because they're going to have to pull the tire. All this has to get sanded and then siliconed and the tire put back on. It's the only way you're going to stop that air leak coming from around your rims. Okay, well, if you're losing air, I gave you the different ways to look at it, to try and find it, and to save you a few dollars. Once you feel confident that you have then bent those steel inside your tire completely and it feels good and smooth, leave the device in the tire. Get your plug. You'll see it has that. Okay, pull it through so it's like halfway. This is split in the middle, so you don't have to worry about it when you go to pull it back out. And then this is going to help keep the plug in there. So you're going to plunge it into the tire. You're going to spin this also. Then when this is all the way down to the tire, you're going to want to have this, as you see when they fold in, you want that to stick out of the tire, okay? So now you're going to push that onto the tire, and as you push that onto the tire, you're going to pull out. When you pull out, the plug is going to stay into the tire, okay? Now, you're going to know it successfully. You're only going to want it to stick out of the tire about 1/4 of an inch. That means the rest of this whole plug is going to be inside. Okay, this will then be folded up inside the tire. You will have twisted it. Okay, then you will have pulled it out, and only about this much of the plug will be outside the tire. Okay, then you'll know that it's been in there successfully. Check your air pressure. If you're not sure of your air pressure or what to do, it will usually be on the tire. Now, if you have the same tires that you had when you originally bought the vehicle, go over to your driver's side door, open up your door, you'll see this tag. Okay, it tells you cold tire pressure, okay, 35 psi. Okay, that's what these tires should be, because what they came when the truck was original. If you can't find it on the tire, then look here. It's inside, a little tag inside your driver's side door. It also gives you tire sizes, that on your front, your rear, okay? These are the types or size of tires that should be on your vehicle. So if you bought a used vehicle and someone else put tires on it, you want to make sure they're the right ones. Okay? All right. Well, okay. Well, I hope this video helps you. This is the 3rd time I've tried to repair a tire on this truck, but it seems like every time I get a screw, it's a short one. It's not penetrating. But I wanted to finish this video. If you have any questions or any comments, please make them. Thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you want. But if you need help, then contact me. Send me a comment. I'll respond. I check them every day, and I will try to walk you through it. All right? Building with Papa. Like, subscribe, and ring that bell. All right. See you guys. See you on the next one.